Hi everyone, welcome to our channel. Today we will learn about microbes in human welfare. Before starting, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. In this chapter, we will discuss some of the most important contributions of microbes to human welfare. First, let us understand what are microbes. Microbes, nothing but microorganisms, is a microscopic. That is, it is too small to see with the naked eye. With the help of a microscope, it can be visualized. They are present everywhere in the soil, in the water, in air, inside human body, in animals and in plants. For example, in humans, on the skin, Staphylococcus bacteria is present. In the gut, Lactobacillus bacteria is present. Even they are present at sites where no other life forms exist, such as in thermal vents, hot springs, glaciers, the alkaline environment, and even in salt concentration. Microbes include bacteria, fungi, protozoa, viruses, virites, and prions. On this earth, microbes are the major components of biological system. Bacteria are grouped into different classes based on their shape. If the bacteria are in spherical, they are coccus. If they are in a rod shaped, it is called as bacillus. And if the bacteria has a comma shaped, it is called as vibrium. And if it is in the spiral form, it is called as spiral. Based on gram staining, bacteria can be considered as gram positive bacteria and gram negative bacteria. The bacteria which appears red color or pink color, it is considered as gram negative bacteria. If the bacteria appears in violet or blue color, it is considered as gram positive bacteria. In the diagram you can see that the bacteria contains a flagella, and this flagella is helpful for its locomotion, that means for its movement. If the bacteria present around the bacteria, it is called as peritrichous flagella. On the right side image you can see the different types of viruses. The first one, that is A, is a bacteriophage. The bacteriophage is a virus that infects bacteria. It was discovered by Frederick W. Dort. Adenovirus is a non-enveloped virus. That means it do not contain the envelope, and it has a icosahedral capsid. That means it is having 20 faces, and the genetic material in adenovirus is double-stranded DNA. Tobacco mosaic virus is a plant virus. It infects tobacco, tomatoes, potatoes, and other Solanaceae family members. It is a RNA virus. Viruses contains genetic material, whether it may be any virus, that is DNA or RNA, but never both is present in viruses. The microbes like bacteria and fungi are grown on a nutritive media to form the colonies, which are seen with the naked eye. The bacteria usually grown in an nutrient agar media. When it comes to fungi, it is grown on a potato dextrose agar media. Such cultures are used for microbial studies. Microbes even cause a large number of diseases in human beings. For example, tuberculosis, cholera, dengue, syphilis, typhoid, etc. And even in animals and plants, they do cause diseases. In animals, they cause ringworm, tick fever, and swine flu. In plants, the microorganisms causes diseases such as bacterial leaf spot, powdery mildew, root knot disease. Don't think that all microbes are harmful. The several microbes are beneficial to human beings in several ways. Now we will move on to microbes in household products. The microbes are a product derived from them are used every day. For example, the production of curd from milk. The microorganism, which is a bacteria lactobacillus, in a, called lactic acid bacteria, are present in the milk. This bacteria converts the milk to curd. During its growth, the lactic acid bacteria produces acids that coagulate and partially partially digest the milk protein, that is casein. In most of our houses, elders add small amount of curd to the fresh milk, and this acts as an inoculum or starter. It contains a millions of lactic acid bacteria. At suitable temperature, it multiplies so that it converts milk to curd. This improves the nutritional quality by increasing vitamin B12. The vitamin B12 is also known as cobalamin. In human stomach, lactic acid bacteria checks the disease causing organisms. The dough which is used for making food such as dosa or idli is also fermented by bacteria. The puffed up appearance of dough is due to the production of carbon dioxide gas. The dosa, which has tiny holes, is due to the release of carbon dioxide. Black gram, which is used in preparing dosa or idli dough, acts, that means it is helpful for fermentation process. Similarly, the dough which is used for preparing is fermented using the yeast Saccharomyces cerevisiae. This is also called as baker's yeast. There are a number of traditional drinks and food which are prepared by fermentation by the microbes. For example, the toddy is a traditional drink in southern India which is made by fermenting sap from palms. Microbes are also used to ferment fish, soya bean, and bamboo shoots to make food. The cheese, which is one of the dairy product in which microbes are used. There are different varieties of cheese. Uh, by their characteristic texture, flavor, taste, they are classified. The specificity coming from the microbes used. For example, in Swiss cheese, large holes are present, which are due to the production of the carbon dioxide by the bacteria named Propionibacterium shermani. The Roquefort cheese are ripened by growing a specific fungi on them, which gives them a specific flavor. Microbes are not only used in household products. They are even used to synthesize a number of industrial products which are useful to human beings. For example, beverages and antibiotics. For large scale production, microbes are grown in a large vessels which are called as fermenters. This is the fermenter which you are seeing now. These are the large vessels. Usually they are used in industries. Now we will move on to the fermented beverages. Yeasts are used for the production of beverages like wine, beer, whiskey, brandy, or rum. The yeast Saccharomyces cerevisiae, which is used for fermenting malted cereals and fruit juices to produce ethanol. Different types of alcoholic drinks are prepared depending on the type of raw material which is used for fermentation and the type of processing, that is with distillation or without distillation. With distillation process, wine and beer are produced, whereas whiskey, brandy or rum are produced by distillation of fermented product. Now we will understand about antibiotics. In Greek word, anti means against and bio means life. Together it means against life. This is in the context of disease causing organism. Whereas with reference to human beings, they are pro life and not against life. Antibiotics are defined as the chemical substances which are produced by some organisms used to kill other disease causing organisms. Alexander Fleming, while he was working on Staphylococci bacteria, he observed a mold which was grown in an unwashed culture plates around which Staphylococci were not grown. He found out that it was produced due to a chemical which was produced by the mold, and he named it as penicillin. The penicillin was produced by Penicillium notatum. Penicillin was the first discovered antibiotics. This antibiotic, that is penicillin, full potential as an effective antibiotic was established by Ernest Chain and Howard Florey. This antibiotic was used to treat soldiers who were wounded during World War II. The Alexander Fleming, Ernest Chain, and Howard Florey were awarded Nobel Prize in 1945 for this discovery. After penicillin, many other antibiotics were discovered from other microbes. Antibiotics are used to treat deadly diseases such as plague, whooping cough, diphtheria, leprosy, and many more. If you are taking any antibiotics which is prescribed by a doctor, do not stop in between, even though if you get well, because the microbes become resistant to that particular antibiotics. In the second time, if you get ill like for example fever, if you are taking any antibiotics, the second time it won't be helpful for you because that particular microbes has gained resistance to that particular antibiotics. So do not stop the antibiotics in the middle. Please do complete the course. Now we will move on to the last subtopic, that is chemicals, enzymes and other bioactive molecules. Microbes are also used for the production of chemicals like organic acids, alcohols, and enzymes. For example, Aspergillus niger, which is a fungi, produces citric acid. Acetobacter aceti, which is a bacteria, produces acetic acid. Clostridium botulicum, a bacteria, produces butyric acid. And Lactobacillus produces lactic acid. And the yeast Saccharomyces cerevisiae is used for the production of ethanol. As I said earlier, microbes are also used for the production of enzymes. For example, lipases, pectinases, and proteases. Lipases are used to remove oily stains from the laundry. The bottled fruit juices which are brought from the market are clearer when it is compared to those which are homemade. This is because the bottled juice are clarified by the enzymes such as pectinases and proteases. Streptokinase is an enzyme which is produced by Streptococcus and it is modified by genetic engineering, is used as the clot buster. That means to remove the clots in the blood vessels of the patient who have undergone myocardial infarction. Another molecule, that is cyclosporin A, which is produced by fungus Trichoderma polysporum, is used as an immunosuppressive agent in organ transplant patients. Immunosuppressive agent suppress the immune system. That means it inhibits the immune system. During organ transplantation, the patients are given immunosuppressive agent because the patient immune system identifies the organ as a foreign material and destroy it. So to avoid this, immunosuppressive agents are given to the patient. Statins are produced by the yeast Monaskos purpureus, are used as blood cholesterol lowering agents. It inhibits the enzyme which is responsible for the cholesterol synthesis. In the next lecture, we will discuss on microbes in sewage treatment and in the production of biogas. Thank you. Until next time, stay curious.